What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? We are live. We are live. We are live. And as always, every week we do a segment. Now, this week is on the 1980s. So we love the 1980s, and the year is 1986. What a great year. As I continue on this journey, as you always know, like I say, I find more and more things about each year that is just really exciting. And as always, I'm so excited to get into it. Let's go around the horn, man. Phenom 202. What say you?
Phenom 202 DDA representative. I'm ready to jump into it. 86 was a good year, yo. And has one of my favorite movies of all time, 86. So let's get it.
I figured you were really ready to get into 1986,
yes,
man.
Sir.
I definitely know one movie in particular that I'm excited to get into as well. Ollie, man, what's going on, brother?
Not much, man. Just out here living life, you know what I mean? Busy as hell, ready to go out of town, man. So everything's good. Everything's good. One thing, I had to because we're going to Mexico. Is that how you say? Whatever.
Mexico.
So I went to the bank to go ahead and get some dollars, like the tips and shit. Like, let me just get some dollars. Yo, it's always funny when you ask for like mad dollars, a bunch of $1 bills when you go to the bank. That lady's like, what you about to do? I was like, no, bro. I was like, ma'am, I am going on a family trip. To the strip club. Let's go. No, but they definitely give you the side eye when you ask for a bunch of ones. Like, what you doing?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's check you for like you got some glitter in your bid. Where your face been? Watch yourself.
They're always like, what you about to get into, though.
How would you dress when you went to the bank? That's a big difference.
Yeah, that's.
I wanted my lunch too. No, I was dressed looking like some shorts and tee, and you know what I mean, some sneakers.
But it won't like a midday degenerate.
Yeah, I wouldn't even crispy clean. Yeah, I definitely it wasn't like a crispy tee. It was like a old beat up joint. Yeah, I definitely look like a degenerate for real. Like, it was like you probably just left the club. Like, you going back to the club at noon? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you going back for those legs and eggs?
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
Yep.
Oh, well, look, we're about to get into 1986, and as always, we're going to start off with the top movies in 1986. But since it's the 80s, I kind of got this thing. Go ahead, Ollie.
I do want to say one thing. Shout out to one of our, one of the folks that's here every week. Always showing love. Chicago Cubs. Unfortunately, his grandma passed. He wanted to give a shout out to Grandma Candida.
Oh man.
I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Definitely, Phenom, you better at names. If you scroll up.
Yeah, Candida. Yep, you're right. Candida.
All right.
R.I.P. Yo.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Yo, Chicago Cubs. Our heart goes out to you, man. I definitely, our heart definitely goes out to you, and sorry for your pass. Our condolences as well. I know that's a tough time because I know when my grandmother passed away a couple of years ago, it was pretty hard for me. She passed away during COVID, so it's really hard to not being able to go to the funeral. So my heart is with you, brother, and you've been rocking with us since day one. So just let us know, man. We appreciate you, man. So our heart goes out to you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, like I said earlier, this is the 1980s, so we do the movies, but because we, doing the movies, I got to go to the usual thing, man. So let's go ahead and get into this movie as we always do. Start off with a little something. Never gets old. Man, that never ever gets old. And one of the top, actually, it wasn't one of, but it was the top movie of 1986, Top Gun, starring Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer. This movie, look, if you don't know what Top Gun is, I'm going to spoil it for you. This movie is about Maverick and his partner, which I think his name is Goose in the film.
Goose.
So yeah, Goose, and then they get an opportunity, to train at the elite Air Force school called Top Gun. And one thing about Top Gun, it definitely has one of the best soundtracks of all time, with two major hits that a lot of people know, which is Take My Breath Away and Highway to the Danger Zone. I think that's the name of the song. So look, this is a great movie. What are your thoughts about this movie? I'll start off with you, Phenom.
It was a good movie, man. It was a good movie all the way around, Tom Cruise was in his bag, man. I think they picked the right person. I think this is probably one of his first forays into action. You know what I
would
mean?
say so, yeah, because it was strictly business prior to this. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so he did a good job, man. I think this cemented him as a star in Hollywood.
Yeah.
The plot to the movie was real good. R.I.P. the Goose Show. You know what I'm saying? There's always one. And Val Kilmer, him and Val Kilmer had a great chemistry in the movie too, yo.
Yeah, Iceman. That's right. Him and Iceman. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
it was good. What about you, O? What are your thoughts?
Oh, Top Gun was that shit, boy. Like, what you talk about, man? Airplanes, motorcycles. He had his motorbike. You know what I mean? Him and his shorty, you know what I mean? They was getting down. You know what I mean? It had something for everybody. You know what I mean? Action, love for the ladies. For my LGBTQ multiple letters communities, they have volleyball on the beach.
Yeah, I was about to say the volleyball scene for the ladies. All that man meat.
And the dudes, I see something. It got voted like one of the most. I don't know how you can say it.
Vin's, great movie to watch with the ladies. The volleyball scene gets them excited. Yes, it really does, man. All that man candy in that particular scene. Yeah. It's a lot of slow-mo too.
Yeah. But no, the movie's fire, yo. Like, you got a lot of one-liners. I feel the need for speed. Let's go.
Speed.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely, like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Goose, because I was upset when he died, But
it was too. It's crazy.
Man, I mean, it was cool though. Iceman stepped up though. They went from foes to friends. You know how that go. All for America, baby. And it's a good movie. Look, the shit came back and topped the box office again. Fucking broke the box office. Second go around.
Absolutely, that's correct.
It wasn't even that bad. It was actually pretty good.
Top Gun Maverick was fantastic. I went to the movie theaters to watch it and was blown away. The fact that it's like 20 odd years later, if you haven't seen Top Gun Maverick, go check it out. Because if you love Top Gun, you will really love Top Gun Maverick. It's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We're going to move on to
before you move on.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Top Gun Light? Because Top Gun Light came out in 1986. Do you know what movie that was?
Airwolf.
Iron Eagle.
Iron Eagle. Oh, damn.
They tried it.
That's what right?
Yeah, with Louis Gossett. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that good.
It was a way of making kids feel like they could be a Top Gun too. It was Iron Eagle like. I'm sorry, it was Top Gun like. You're right.
Yeah.
It definitely was.
As soon as you said that, it popped right into my head.
I had to look it up. I said, when did Iron Eagle come out? 1986. So
that's crazy. It came out in 1986.
Wow,
that's came out first. It came out in January.
Really interesting. But Iron Eagle is really not that bad though. It's an exciting film to watch. I mean, granted, it's a little unrealistic that this teenager all of a sudden plays a cassette tape and he it's like a video game to him. The way he flying around the sky, it's a little unrealistic, but still, it's still a great movie.
Yeah.
They gave him a sequel.
They did.
They gave him a sequel,
and it wasn't in the way 30 years neither.
They did give him a sequel to Iron Eagle, didn't they?
Yeah, he said that.
That's right. I forgot about that. Well, another movie that did get a sequel, but the first one was a major hit, is this movie right here, Crocodile Dundee. Look, Paul Hogan is Crocodile Dundee. This was the number 2 movie of 1986. Like I said, it's starring Paul Hogan and Linda. I'm going to try to say her name right. Linda Kozlowski, which he eventually did marry, which I didn't know that. Look, the movie is a pretty simple premise. The movie is about an American reporter who goes to Australia to find this crocodile hunter, who of course is Crocodile Dundee, and then takes him back to New York. And that's it. The whole movie is really about him being a fish out of water, but for some reason, it's really cool. I mean, look, everybody knows particular lines from the movie about that's not a knife, this is a knife. Mm-hmm. I watched the movie as a kid. I really did enjoy it, but does it have that rewatchable factor? I don't know if I could rewatch that movie today and think it's just as good as it was then, because some of this, it's kind of corny a little bit.
I mean, I haven't seen the movie probably since the 80s, so
exactly.
I do just remember, like you said, you call that a knife? That's not a knife. This is a knife. Like that's the only thing. Like pretty much. And I remember he fucked up your boy's cocaine. When he had the joint, he put it in the boiling water, put the shit on the top of like because he thought he had like sinus issues. He was like, no, right. But yeah, that's pretty much all I remember. Crocodile Dundee.
It doesn't have a what you call a staying power. Like this movie is simply an 80s movie. It's forgettable. It was great. It did get a part 2 that was worse than the first one. So that's all I got to say about Crocodile Dundee. But this is pretty much Paul Hogan's career. This is it. Yeah. I mean, Crocodile Dundee. Yeah, but it was iconic. It was an iconic role. But one person that had a really iconic role that we did like, it was the number 4 movie of 1986. Wouldn't you guess it, y'all? And I know you guys have seen this. Back to School, starring Rodney Dangerfield, the legendary Rodney Dangerfield. This movie is great. The premise of this movie is, as you see in the right-hand corner, he's wanting to help his discouraged son get through college. So this guy decides to go back to college. And the crazy thing about it is this whole movie is just hijinks after hijinks. He doesn't care about anything. He's having all kinds of fun. But eventually he does get a little serious as the movie goes along and actually does graduate. But everything about this movie is Rodney Dangerfield in his bag. I mean, if you want to get a movie, he's at the top right now. I mean, granted, Rodney Dangerfield was already a star, but this movie crushes. This is rewatchable to me. I could watch this movie right now, and it's just really that good. And who doesn't remember if you watch the movie, the Triple Lindy at the end when he's got to do the Triple Lindy, you know? But anyway, Lindy, let's go around the horn, man. What are your thoughts on this movie? Any of you guys seen this movie? I'm sure you have.
Seen this movie a million times. Y'all had it on tape, so I watched it a lot, y'all. Rodney, it was a pretty. If I can remember, it was a PG kind of movie. It really wasn't like Rodney Dangerfield being like cussing and shit or being inappropriate. It was more like an 80s comedy, but you know, when he did the Triple Lindy and the faces he was making, Rodney Dangerfield, like, you know, he was jumping from one springboard to another springboard. No, it was good. I loved it, yo.
Yeah. And shout out to his I don't know if it was like his chauffeur, his right-hand man, like dude, he always plays like the little Grammy dude. You know what I mean?
He was Paulie on Rocky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Back to School is crazy. And had a young Robert Downey Jr. in it, you know what I mean? That's what Robert Downey was doing. That's what he was doing, all the comedic roles. He was always never really the main character though. He was always like the crazy best friend, just the crazy best
That's
friend.
Right. He was this guy's best friend right here. He was this best friend. I forgot. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, the son's best friend.
Wow. Robert Downey Jr. that got him put his dues in, man. He done put his dues in before Iron Man, for real. Oh my God, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, man. I mean, every time he's on the screen, it's comedy gold. I mean, I really love everything about this movie. His hijinks on campus, and as I said, and somebody put it in the chat, and I missed it already. The Triple Lindy, look, that's one of the best things ever to come out of a movie. It's an impossible dive, but clearly they did it for the movie, and it was great. It was absolutely great, man. I absolutely loved that.
How many times you use the word hijinks in real life?
Hey, man,
I use it more now than I've ever used it before, yo.
because that's what he was doing. I can't think of another word for hijinks. So he was acting crazy. He was going nuts. He was balling out. I mean, I'm just gonna say it's just hijinks. That's the best way to kind of describe it.
Yeah.
But one person that was not. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna give you a hint, man. Like when this one's up, you could change your picture so that way when it comes up, you can just go straight to your picture. Like change your picture now. My bad, folks. We doing producing on the. No, don't bring it to the stage. Watch this. The picture you wanted to have up. Go ahead and change it now. Boom. And then when you're ready, add it to the stage. Bow, bow, bow.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There you go. Okay. So there you go. Okay, I see what you're saying. All right. So this is one particular person that was not into any hijinks because it was all serious, but this was the number 5 movie of 1986, which is probably one of my favorite movies, definitely rewatchable. And the sequel to Alien, here we go, Aliens with an S, starring Sigourney Weaver, Bill Paxton, directed by the James Cameron. Did not know that until recently. The same person did Titanic, all those other movies. To me, it could arguably be said that this is considered one of the best sequels of all time. To me, I think this movie rocks. It's one of those movies that I think it's a sci-fi, but it scares you in your face. It has those really like the special effects were real special effects. They were puppet animatronics, but the shit looks so good. Look, you got to give out to Sigourney Weaver. Is straight badass in this movie. And shout out to Bill Paxton. R.I.P. to him. He is one of the best characters in this movie. If you watch Aliens, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you, Chicago Cubs. R.I.P. to Bill Paxton, man. I know you guys have seen Aliens. What are your thoughts on this movie? And do you consider it one of the best sequels of all time?
Definitely. I mean, it's really not much to say. I mean, I think James Cameron got it right with Aliens. I think Sigourney Weaver, I mean, she's like, I didn't realize, like, she's one of my favorite actresses. Like, everything I've seen her in, I love, from Aliens to Ghostbusters. You know what I'm saying? So she was that it girl. But I think her dad or somebody started like the Today Show or some shit, in real life,
Really?
I didn't know that. I'll look it up. I think that's what I heard, But yeah, no, Aliens was good,
Yeah, the people are agreeing. Aliens was a great sequel. Sigourney killed it. I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. Oh, these kids coming in and out. Is when I saw Aliens, I didn't even know it was a sequel to later on in life.
You and me both. I had
no idea it was a sequel. I thought this was the movie. It was like later on in life when I found out this was a sequel. They'd be like, "Yeah, you see Alien?" Like, no, the first one. I'm like, "Yeah, I see." Like, you know what I mean? I was like,
because the first one came out in like 1979 or something like that.
Yeah, it came out super, like early. So, but nah, this movie was fucking ridiculous. Sigourney was doing her thing. She got into a little robot joint. The final battle. Like, oh, let's go. Let's go this whole, So. Yeah, and all the Marines, like they were funny, even though they was dying. They were still funny. You know what I mean? In death. So yeah, everything about this movie was fire. Y'all definitely right when you say your boy he got it right on this one.
Oh man, absolutely. And as I was going to say earlier, shout out to Bill Paxton. But here we go. This is him right here.
That's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do?
One of the best scenes ever.
Pretty shit now, man.
You finished?
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple
17 days.
17 days? Hey, man, I don't want to rain on your parade. We're not gonna last 17 hours. Those things are gonna come in here just like they did before, and they're gonna come in here, and they're gonna come in here, and they're gonna get us.
This little girl survived longer than that with no weapons and no training. Right?
Why don't you put her in charge?
That's like the best line ever, yo. When you put her in charge. He was in this movie a small amount, but he killed it every time he was on the screen, though. So shout out to Bill Paxton. Great, yo, great movie. Somebody put in here before we go on to the next one that the Three Amigos came out in 1986.
I'm sitting there documenting all these movies.
That's what I'm saying. I'm pissed keeping track so we could go back to the end.
Yeah, we're going to go back. So we're going to talk about the Three Amigos because we got other movies that I want to talk about. We are coming back, Valerie, to that right there. So hold that thought. We're coming back to the Three Amigos. And yes, please keep track of these movies. This is good. This is really good. All right, here we go. The next movie that I'm really excited about, man, come on. One of my favorite movies of all freaking time, Big Trouble in Little China, starring Kurt Russell as Jack Burton. This man talked about it. This was the first time I heard somebody refer to himself in third person, almost practically the whole movie. So Jack Burton, also it stars Kim Cattrall. I really want to get these names right. James Hong and Dennis Dunn. Did not know this, but this movie is directed by John Carpenter, the same person that did the Halloween movies, directed this movie. And the premise of this movie, in case nobody doesn't know, look, Big Trouble in Little China, fantastic movie. Jack and Wang, so I'm going to point out Wang here, the guy right here. That's their best friends. His girlfriend right here gets kidnapped, and then they go on this particular journey to try to find the girl that got kidnapped. In the process of that, Kim Cattrall gets kidnapped, and then they find themselves in this mystical gang war, and eventually it leads to them facing off against an ancient sorcerer beneath Chinatown. And the ancient sorcerer, if you don't know who it is Egg Shen. And I think I got a picture of him right here. Yeah, there we go. So
that's not Egg Shen. That's David Lopez. Get it right, Corey.
David Lopez. I'm sorry, David Lopez. That's right. Lopan. That's right.
Is the other guy. It's a good guy.
Yes, the guy with the one eye, the big one eye. Yes. But look, we are going to go to our resident Big Trouble in Little China guy because he is a super fan of this movie. Phoenix, man, tell us about this movie, man.
As I always state, I have a basement. In my basement, I have 6 movie posters. Big Trouble in Little China is on my wall. It's always going to be on my wall. Every time it comes on TV, I watch it. Every time it comes on TV, I quote it. I always go like this when I see it on TV because that's the hand signal in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So Big Trouble in Little China, it's such a great movie. You know what I'm saying? Like from beginning to end, I think Kurt Russell does a good job. He always spoke like John Wayne in it. But I even like how like Kim Cattrall got introduced into it. She was a reporter, and you know she was being nosy as shit, get kidnapped, and now they got to save her too, because
she had green eyes.
Because Wayne had the girl with green eyes too.
Girl with green eyes.
China, yo. So I love this movie. I love the 3 storms that come. The epic fight scene at the beginning. You know, with the 2 rival gangs. One is having a funeral. The other one interrupts the funeral. Then the storms come down and start killing everybody. Yo, phenomenal.
So what are they like? Thunder, lightning, and rain. Lightning, I don't know
wind. So wind blows up real, and towards the end of the movie, when dude sees his master dead, and he kills himself.
Yo, when he blow up like this, and his eyeballs.
Yes.
Yo,
love
classic,
movie,
yo. I can't stop laughing at that, yo. That's just hilarious. All right, we're gonna go to Ali. Ali, have you seen Big Trouble in Little China? I'm sure you have. What are your thoughts about this movie, brother?
Corey back on his bullshit.
No, man. We literally gonna talk about this shit movie on I guess for the people who haven't been here. Yes, I've seen this movie, man. This movie is fire, man. I mean, it's funny as hell. Why is it say funny? I mean, it has just enough humor, a lot of action. I mean, y'all already covered all the major points, so I just like when they sip the juice and be in the elevator.
Yeah.
When they start feeling, starting to feel a little different here.
Yeah. Looking around
I
each
wanted
other
some of that
like,
juice.
Yeah.
They say it will give you power or something, man. When Egg Shen is talking to them and he's pouring that juice in them, and I wanted that juice, man. I wanted that juice because I want to do that stuff too.
Yeah,
but
love it.
Pause.
Never
said
mind.
pause.
Next movie
Never mind.
for
Keep it
me.
going.
All right, here we go. Next movie, The Golden Child. So we talking about Chinatown. We kind of stand in Chinatown somewhat. I'm not quite sure if this is Chinatown, but look, another great movie from Eddie Murphy in the 80s, because you know he ruled the 80s. This movie stars Eddie Murphy and the gorgeous Charlotte Lewis. And there are dark forces trying to eliminate the Golden Child. And Eddie Murphy is the chosen one to try to protect her. So I will be very honest. When I initially saw this movie when I was a kid, I thought the Golden Child was Eddie Murphy. And it's not. The Golden Child is the child, the kid. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know the child was a girl. I thought it was a boy because the shit
In the movie, he is a boy.
Yeah,
but in real life, it was a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But it's I didn't go, thank you. But it was a great movie. It's got great lines. It's Eddie Murphy. Like you said, he's in his bag. He's doing his thing. I mean, look, there's nothing to say about the Golden Child I don't like. It's fantastic, man. What are your thoughts, Fina?
I love the Golden Child. This is another quotable movie. This is like 2 movies back to back, from Big Trouble in Little China to the Golden Child. I want the knife. Right there, please. But it's so funny though. Even like when he's crossing the stilts to get to the knife, and he doesn't know there's a floor. He's like, "Hey, Monty, there's a floor," and he flips the coin.
Yeah,
you don't hear nothing. Yeah, but no, I think it's a great movie. I love his banter with the villain in the airport.
Oh God, that's to me the best, one of the best scenes.
My dear brother Noopsy.
I stole it from my dear brother Noopsy. I need to be purged. I need to be flogged.
Yeah, that shit was.
I love this movie, man.
And your boy from Big Trouble, what's his name? He's the uncle.
Egg.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was in this too because he was the dad.
Was in this too.
Yeah, he was
digging his nose.
He was like, yo, don't leave it there. He was like, get frozen, scratch yourself later. He was digging up his nose, wiping his book.
Yeah,
that's right. He was in this movie because he was the one that he was telling Eddie Murphy he had to cross all that stuff.
His first encounter, he saw him in the village.
Yeah,
he was trying to buy. He wanted to buy a necklace. And Eddie Murphy pointed to that one. He gave him the one he actually really needed.
Right.
Yeah. So, but he wasn't speaking to him, and then he said, "You're breaking my heart, asswipe." And then he was like, "Oh, you speak perfect English," because he took $100 from Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
But I love this movie, man.
Yeah, that movie is definitely a classic. Classic Eddie. He did his thing, man. You know what I mean?
Was I the only one that had a crush on Charlotte Lewis?
No, everybody did, yo. She was fine, especially the water scene where she was in the house. And the water may break and get her shirt all wet.
Oh my God. I had such a crush on her growing up, man. She's
that was
gorgeous.
Like the weird part when he was like in the dreams or whatever. He had one of them fucking crazy ass dreams. I was like, man, what the hell?
Yeah. That was part of the law to make it know his shit is real, yo.
Yeah. There you go. Another great movie of 1986. Which I'm going to go through this not quickly, but it's the 6th top grossing movie in 1986. So this movie is directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Whoopi Goldberg, Oprah Winfrey, Danny Glover, many more people that I will remain, but you guys have watched this movie, you know about the movie. This movie had 11 Oscar nominations and did not win one single award. But the movie is a great movie, fantastically done. It's based off the book by Alice Walker. And what this movie is it tells a spanning of a 40-year time frame of Celie, kind of really as an African woman living in the South, having a hard time. I mean, she's given, and I had to write this down, she is surviving incredible abuse and prejudice in this particular time period. So I know you guys have seen The Color Purple. It's a great movie, sad movie, but it takes you on a fantastic journey with Celie through her lifetime, as you can kind of see here, meeting so many people. It's anywhere from Suge Avery to Sophia and countless more. What are your thoughts about Color Purple? And what are your thoughts about the fact that it was nominated for 11 Academy Awards and didn't take home not one?
Oh yeah, I mean that's always going to be a tragedy with this movie. It should have won. I mean, you can't go 0 for 11 at the Grammy. I mean, at the Oscars, yo.
Yeah,
You can't.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had it, and still, and it's in the Spielberg,
And it's Steven Spielberg directed
and
this
he didn't
movie.
win. That's the thing, yo. But no,
That's crazy.
we talked about this in '85 because it came out in December '85, but it really took off in '86.
Correct,
Whoopi Goldberg
correct.
did her thing. I think this cemented her as one of the comedic geniuses. Dramatic geniuses
Yeah.
of that time. But it's funny though, because I want to piggyback a movie off this because somebody said that Jumpin' Jack Flash showed her range because she
Yes.
was dramatic in this, and Jumpin' Jack Flash was the other movie came out '86 where she
It's
was
comedy.
all her shit, and I loved both those
Mhm.
movies, man.
Jumpin' Jack Flash is a
Yeah.
great movie. Great movie. Ollie, man, what are your thoughts?
Man, this is one y'all can go ahead and beat me up, man. I mean, I've
Don't
seen
tell
Color
me you ain't
Purple.
never seen The Color Purple.
I've seen it, but I haven't seen it in a long time, and it's not.
Okay.
like-
Well,
I mean, it's not. I don't remember too much about. I just, of course, I know like all the famous lines and all. You know what I mean? Like
Until you do
Harpo
right
and
by
all
me.
the. Yeah, I know, but honestly, like I don't remember too much about this movie. So y'all go ahead. And,
damn, bro.
and
You need to watch it again, man.
Yeah, you need to watch it
This shit
again.
is like
This is a
it's
good
so
ass
deep,
movie, yo. This
But
is
what
a
makes it
good-ass
what
movie.
makes it so good is like they captured how it was back then because the men ran everything,
Yeah.
had child
Mhm.
brides, like it was that they couldn't fend for themselves.
Yeah,
And
women were treated like property.
Yeah, and her
And
pops died, and she
Mr.
got the house. And guess what? You own land, you own wealth, yo.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. This is a great movie. Great movie. But one movie, I don't know if you've seen this, Ollie, but it was one of the big movies of 1986. So we'll go to this. Maybe you've seen this movie, Short Circuit. Now, if you don't know about Short Circuit, it's definitely different from Color Purple, a much more comedy type movie, feel good movie starring Steven Guttenberg, which he was definitely the guy in the 80s because Police Academy, now he's in Short Circuit. So it stars Steven Guttenberg and Ali Sheedy and Fisher Stevens. So the premise of this movie is when one of these military robots gets hit by lightning, all of a sudden it's given a consciousness. And of course, if you watch the movie, he calls himself Johnny Five, and he runs into Ali Sheedy and discovers that it is alive. And then Steven Guttenberg is actually trying to find this robot because he doesn't want the program to shut down. And in doing so, he actually realizes that it actually is alive and tries to protect it from the government trying to scrap it. So, of course, he calls himself Johnny Five. I loved this movie. I watched it 1,000 times. When I was at the video store, I would always pick it up. I thought it was a great movie. They had Short Circuit 2. Not as good as the first one, but I really did enjoy this movie. But I don't know if any of you guys enjoyed it. So Phoenix, I'll go to you.
It was all right.
Okay. All right, Ollie, I'll go to you.
But it's fun, but I would say this though. What was funny though, like the dude, what's the dude you just said? Fisher Stevens.
Steve Guttenberg.
So Fisher Stevens,
yeah.
I like him because
He was
in
good.
Succession. He was in Succession. Like nowadays, he's in Succession, yo. But he came out and spoke about this. He said one of his career faux pas that he did, he put on blackface because he played the Indian guy in it.
He played an Indian guy, yeah.
So
yeah.
he's nowadays he's like, I wish I wasn't. I would have wished they would have had more representation at that time. So he just came out. So that's why I remember Short Circuit coming back into my memory. I'm like, oh yeah, he was a Short Circuit. He did play the
because he was playing that scientist that I don't want to. Well, I could he was like, oh man, he had that Indian type.
If you look at him, I thought he was Indian.
I thought he was Indian too. The way he did it, for real.
Yeah, Short Circuit was cool. I remember seeing it as a child. Like I definitely never revisited it though. Like it was cool when I was a kid. See the robot Johnny Five was doing this thing. So, but that's crazy, yo. Your boy put on I guess not black.
He put on the brown performance.
The brown face.
Yeah,
he did the brown face.
Damn.
But
he was like Johnny Five. I mean, he was speaking. I thought he was Indian. Honestly, I really did. I thought he was Indian, but unfortunately,
he did his "you people." What you mean, you people? That's what you know what I'm saying. He did one of those things. Shit had me fooled.
You damn sure had me fooled too.
I remember. I don't know that movie. Well, it didn't come out in '86 because it was like a little running robot movie. I mean, I'm talking the movie in my head. Like Batteries Not Included. Like that's the movie I like. Batteries Not Included.
That was a great movie. It had the little UFO spaceships.
Yeah,
love that.
Yes.
That was a great movie. Yeah, it came out. Well, we'll have that on the next one.
Look,
but
I gotta say this though.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
The chat, I love the chat today, yo. Because they throwing out movies upon movies.
We are definitely going to roll back through. We got one more, and then we're going to go back through it. All right, so this was considered, and I think it's probably one of the best sci-fi horror movies of all time. But this is considered the sci-fi horror of 1986, and it's not that.
Yeah.
Okay. Starring Jeff Goldblum, Gina Davis. This is considered one of the best sci-fi movies of all time. The Fly. The simple premise of this movie is I forget, but Jeff Goldblum completes a teleportation device, and as he's teleporting himself, he does a test on himself, but it just so happened that a housefly slips in during the process, which leads to the merging of the housefly and himself, which unfortunately the fly cells begin to take over. And then next thing you know, he slowly but surely through the movie starts to transform and deteriorate into this monster. I freaking love this movie, but I'm not going to lie. I was scared shitless of this movie because it was done so well, but you got to give it up. Steve Guttenberg, you know, he's doing his
Jeff Goldblum, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jeff Goldblum. I'm sorry, Jeff Goldblum is doing his Goldblumisms. So, if I love everything about this movie, what do you guys think about this movie?
Oh, it's good. Man, I loved everything about it, man. And the effects of it, because I saw The Fly maybe like 5 years ago, and the effects wasn't even that bad, actually.
Nah, it was practical effects like Aliens.
Yeah.
So
it was good. I like the premise and all that.
Oh my bad, I was just saying practical effects. When they're done well, to me, I like it better than CGI, yo. Because look, I already know all this shit.
It ages well,
but CGI just looks too crazy sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they overworking them people. But no, you keep going, Phenom. My bad. I just thought about.
No, that's all I had to say. That's one thing I wanted to say.
Yeah, The Fly was shit. It had a couple of my favorite moments, yo, because that freaked me out. Like the one when Shorty was dreaming about having a baby, she had a maggot. I was like,
that maggot.
She had the maggot. Yeah, I don't know what that joke was like moving around or something. I was like,
yes,
like, that freaked
it's
me
a
out.
lot of
It's
scenes.
Creepy though.
What about when he's like messing with his ear and all of a sudden the shit it just fall off?
Yeah, that was
like the whole, man.
Because when she was doing something, she reached out, like grabbed it, like his jaw fell off. Like, he was like,
oh yeah, at the end. Oh, that was so scary.
Yeah, super for that nigga, yo.
She stuck with him way longer than
because every time she kept coming back, he was getting worse and worse and worse. Remember when he went after the guy and then he puked up on his leg and fucked his leg up? Oh man, everything about this movie, it was a sci-fi horror masterpiece, yo. And until we get Phoenix back,
we just
go ahead.
But no.
Okay.
All right. Well, once you get your camera back, what
there you go.
Oh, there you go. All right.
There he is.
You good? You good, player? You good. But yeah, the
we'll
Fly.
Keep it rolling. There you go.
Yeah, you got that light shade on you now. You white facing. You doing what your boy, the opposite of what your boy doing. Sammy Sosa out here. But but she stuck with him way too long.
Hell yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. I'd be like, yo, I'm an asshole. I'm shallow.
I would have been done once I saw that ear fall off.
Yeah, I was about to say
like, okay, wait a minute. This is too because when the teeth started falling off, I was like, fuck, yo, his hair was falling off.
Yeah,
his teeth fell out his mouth.
Yeah, I'll be like that. So we ain't married. I'm like, yo, lose a 2 for 2. We ain't married. Guess what's gonna happen?
What about when she brought him donuts or some shit? Or was he trying to eat donuts and he puked up on it by accident?
Yeah, he was throwing up all over the place. Yeah, he was like throwing up all types of shit. Like,
that might have been like, damn, man. I'm sorry. I'm out. But that movie was scary as hell. I mean, especially at the end when he finally gets transformed to a fly, and it's just fucking creepy. But but let's go through some of these movies, man. There were some good ones that came through here, so I'm gonna have to scroll up because you guys.
I got a couple. I know Ollie probably got some. I got a couple.
Let's go through them, man. Put them up.
Just throw them out there and just pick whichever you want to talk about. Platoon came out.
Damn.
Little Shop of Horrors. The Three Amigos. Fucking Critters. Critters was terrified the shit out of me. Howard the Duck. That shit was trash. I heard somebody say it was good.
I said it was good. I said it was good, yo.
It was okay. It's not rewatchable now because I actually watched it a couple years ago. It's really bad.
Yo, she fucking.
I mean, it wasn't supposed to be good though. That's the way I looked at it. Like it was supposed to be in it. Ain't winning no Oscars.
I mean, even for not to win an Oscar, she was trash. All right. You ever seen Firewalker with Chuck Norris and Luke Gossett Jr.?
No.
You've never seen Firewalker?
Nah, never seen Firewalker.
Really. And you ever seen the movie FX?
Yeah, FX is real good.
No, I haven't seen that either.
The dude that did the special effects.
He did the special effects.
Yeah, he did the shit to do the was it a robbery? No, it was so spy shit, right? Oh,
there was a mafia dog who had to testify.
Yeah. FX is fire. It's got I can't think of it. I don't know nobody's name, but yeah, FX was fire, yo. So
wow,
you definitely named off some good ones.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna lie. This movie was one of my favorites. I love that movie. I sung practically every song in that movie over and over again, like Missimo. Me all night long.
I'm hungry. Missimo. Shorty's coming up. What's the Tisha Campbell, one of the backup singers? Like
Tisha Campbell and Pam. Yes, they sing. Then they could sing for real. Little shop. Little shop. I mean, that was killing me, yo. And Steve Martin was in the movie because he was the dentist. Remember?
Rick Moranis was in it.
Oh yeah,
he was the joint. The other movie that was named up here is one of my favorites. I don't care what none of y'all say. To me, this is one of the greatest movies ever made.
Yes,
Maximum Overdrive.
I agree.
It's one of the greatest movies ever made.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The comic came, brought all the machines to life, like cars and shit, and they just started fucking people up.
Man,
Lawnmower ran over dude.
Oh. Man, that shit had me scared to cut grass for a year, yo. After I watched that, I just knew that lawnmower was gonna cut on when I was doing something and run over my ass. That shit was scary, yo. Maximum Overdrive, loved it. I actually watched that at a sleepover. It was like a guy sleepover. It was a bunch of his friends at an overnight party. We put that shit on. Oh man, it was great, absolutely great, man. And this was a good one too. So shout out to Critters. I actually watched that one day during the day. Scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's it.
Critters.
You had to watch, look under your bed and all that shit
during the day.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And they would like shoot things out of there, like
quills or something.
Yeah, they look wild. Man. They were wild.
Like, you gotta give it up for 86, man. They're really getting picking up some really good original movies, man. I mean, stuff that you can't even, don't even top some of this stuff today.
Well, there was one movie came out. It was a war movie. It wasn't a war like World War II. It wasn't Vietnam. It wasn't Korea. It was fucking Grenada. You ever seen Heartbreak Ridge with what's your boy?
I saw it. It was so long ago. I don't remember none of that.
Clint Eastwood, he did a movie about the war, the conflict in Grenada. I mean, they was running out of war.
I've never seen that.
Had Mario Van Peebles in it. Like he came in and took over the regiment. He like a misfit regiment and shipped and whipped them into shape to go fight in Grenada. You never seen that shit?
Nah, I've seen Soldier Story. I've seen that.
Oh, Soldier Story, yeah.
And before we leave, I just want to give out a shout out to one other movie, which is it's like one of the what's it when they say quintessential, whatever
quintessential
movies of the teenage years. Pretty in Pink, yo. kind of girl Molly Ringwald in there, like all the people, like Pretty in Pink. It's probably got a lot of problematic scenes now that I think back on it. Like, but it was, I mean, it's classic high school hijinks. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So definitely a shout out to that, yo. They had like the Asian foreign student who was wilding out. They had the big party at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Drunk.
I've only seen that
movie
time. I've never watched it again.
Like it was wild, yo. So, but no,
I need to watch it.
It was a different time. I don't even know. They probably won't even play that shit on TV now.
Nah,
that's
no, it
probably
comes,
why
actually,
I've never
it
seen
comes
it.
on like it comes on.
Oh, okay.
It came on last week.
Really?
Yeah, but when you said quintessential teen movies, I was like, oh, this nigga about to say it.
Well,
fucking Ferris Bueller's Day Off came out in 1986. Yo, I thought you was
I didn't know it came out in 86. So
yeah, Ferris Bueller's Day. I watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off last week. Actually, yo, I caught it from the beginning.
No, that's a movie I've seen 1,000 times.
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Hilarious in it, yo. Loved it, yo.
Yeah, definitely classic movie. We talked about it on this channel before. Great movie.
Yeah, A+.
Now, one thing that you guys are gonna love, at least I know these guys are gonna love on the channel, but one thing that came out in 1986, and I'm gonna preface this though, but let's get to it. This particular item started in 1985 in Japan, but it did not officially launch in America until 1986. And when it did, it was a firestorm sweeping the nation. In US and Canada, it launched, it sold millions. And when it first came out in 1986, Metroid and The Legend of Zelda were the two games that were released with it, along with Mario and Duck Hunt. So those were like some of the major video games that came with this. But the Nintendo console started in 1986 and has been the highest selling console for almost 40 years. I said on a previous live episode, up until 2022, it was overtaken by Sony PlayStation. But up until from now until 2022, this was the number one console, and you got to give it up. Nintendo has been the shit, and I would like to go around and get you guys' thoughts. What are some of the favorite games that you guys remember playing on Nintendo? I got a list of some of them right here. Do you guys remember these games, man? Mario, Tecmo Bowl, Punch Out, Double Dribble. Come on, yo. What you remember these? What you know about these?
I would say Super C, it was good, but I like the original Contra better.
Contra, yeah. I'll say out of these games, I mean, of course, Tecmo, Mike Tyson, all these shits is fire. Double Dribble. I mean, Super Mario. I'll probably just go with Super Mario as the top just because, it was the logo and he had a couple of, I mean, it wasn't on Nintendo, but, by the time Super Mario 3 came out, that shit was like crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, all these games is fire, yo. Tecmo, Double Dribble. Remember the glitch on Double Dribble? You used to run the 3 around and shoot that shit fucked up, and it would go in every time.
Every time off the backboard and some shit, you be flying out of bounds and the shit will go in.
Yeah. Ninja Gaiden, that shit was hard. Like, I wasn't good at Ninja Gaiden at all, man. My neighbor had.
It was a hard movie. I mean, it was a hard game. That was the first movie that introduced movies, kind of like a movies type theme to the video games. That was the first movie video game that did that.
Like, whatever.
Yeah, they had clips in between. Yeah, these are like the top 15 to 20 video games because I picked the ones that were the most popular ones of that time of all selling, like once Nintendo came out. And these were the main ones that were the hottest ones on that particular console. But go ahead, Phoenix. I know you're about to say something.
This was a game changer.
Yeah.
I mean, it made Atari obsolete. When this shit came out, everybody was like, Atari, go away, yo.
Atari, what?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I would say this though, all those games are good, but there was a couple of games on Nintendo that had me on lock. This was 86, so I was like 9 years old.
Yeah,
I used to play Marble Madness all the time. The little marble you had to keep on the little legs to go.
Oh, okay.
They had a baseball game called Baseball Stars. I used to love. But Tecmo Bowl had me on. I mean, you have 4 plays, but you can run that shit all day, every day, yo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the Mario franchise, all the Mario franchises from Mario 1, 2, and 3. I think those are the best ones. 3 was the best, yo.
Three was
but
the
no,
best. Yeah, I really love
Yeah,
three.
what's your 3 game with the
I spent a
flying
lot
and
of time on
shit,
the
around
Nintendo,
the board.
man.
But yeah, I mean, and we can't talk about Nintendo without talking about motherfucking this.
Blowing the cartridge.
Oh, you talking about blowing the cartridge? Oh,
He's blowing the cartridge, yo.
yes. I should have put a picture of that up.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, blowing the cartridge. It's like,
Yes.
like that damn shit. Like, you know, shit.
You
You
ain't
have to put
lying,
it like,
yo.
you put that shit like right on the edge, like, or whatever. You be like, you know, you gotta put it right on, like, push.
You gotta put it in just right and then press it down at the right time.
Yeah.
Yo,
Man,
and once the game
yes.
started fucking up, and then you had the people like, put alcohol on it. They're like, don't put no alcohol on it. They used to wipe it with alcohol, all types.
Yes.
You name it, motherfuckers did it to get them cartridges to work, yo. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You are
that's
so right.
Yeah. But you know, it's funny though. There was something trending on Instagram. They were talking about they were today years old when you found out on Duck Hunt you could control the duck with the controller.
Oh,
Nobody knew
What?
that.
I
Yeah,
never
so
knew
if
that.
you're playing with two people, like I'll hold the gun. My sister had a control, so you can move the duck around, so you can't shoot the duck with the controller, yo.
One day,
I
you
never
done
knew
taught
that.
me.
Yeah.
You taught me something.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah, I ain't
everybody
never
knew
knew
that. I was
that.
like, what?
No.
No, man, I didn't know that.
Guess y'all today
Let me
years
ask
old,
y'all
too.
this: did y'all ever beat Mike Tyson in the game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't knock
Did-
him out. You just got to survive. You got to outpoint him.
You know what? I will say this, man, and y'all may not believe me, but my twin brother Craig knocked him out, yo. I'll never forget it, yo.
I ain't never seen nobody knock him out.
Yeah,
and I
he
follow
knocked
this
him
guy
out in the
on-
last
on,
round. I lied to y'all not. He knocked him out in the last round. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh shit, he actually knocked Mike Tyson out.
I'm
But,
gonna ask Craig when I
yeah.
see him, yo.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
but this video game right here, I loved it, and actually it was one of the best video games that was as far as being sold. But I don't know anybody who actually physically beat this game. Teenage
Yo,
Mutant Ninja
nah.
Turtles.
There's a guy I follow on YouTube called
I don't know.
Beat Video Games. He beats all these games. Like,
Oh
he
yeah,
beats-
I ain't never seen
like,
nobody beat Turtles, yo.
Yo,
Somebody
man,
had
come on,
Turtles. We used to play
I saw
Turtles.
the end of it. I was like,
For-
it was 45 minutes. I was at work. I was supposed to be working. I'm just like this, watching TV. I'm watching this
Yeah,
shit.
I ain't never seen
Turtles,
nobody beat
man.
Turtles,
He beat Ghosts and Goblins. I spent hours trying
Ghosts
to beat
and Goblins?
bro.
Yeah,
Ghosts and Goblins probably one of the hardest games ever.
yeah.
But I love these games. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'll wait for you. You go ahead.
I'm just going to say these games were classic, man. Every last one of these games I did play. I didn't buy them all because my mom worked at a video store, but I rented them quite often. And Double Dragon, Ninja Gaiden, Pro Wrestling was one of my favorites, and Techno Bowl and Punch Out. Yeah, I used to love Starman. Yeah, King Slender. That was my guy though, because I used to do the backbreakers with King Slender. But go ahead.
Funny.
But you know, it was so funny. Go ahead, Ali. You about to say
gotta
something?
answer this real quick though.
Oh yeah, Karen. Corey has a twin. Does he have a fine beard as well? So, Karen, yes, I do have a twin. We are fraternal. We're not identical twins, and he does not have a beard. He growing one though, but
He's trying.
He's getting there. He's got like the sideline, the sideburns.
I don't think I ever seen him besides like I don't think I ever seen him with a beard before.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's got the sideburns, but it ain't like this. That's about as good as Craig got. Just the sideburns and the mustache and stuff like that.
That's my guy, yo.
Yeah, Craig G. My brother's name's Craig, so there you go, Corey and Craig. We the twins.
It's so funny though, like being around y'all. Y'all have some similar mannerisms, but y'all two totally different people. I don't know how it works. I guess that's being fraternal. You know what I'm saying? Y'all similar and different at the same time.
But different. Crazy, yeah, that's very true. Very true. Very true. We were just talking about pro wrestling. So this actually happened in 1986. Whoops, sorry about that. I was getting it ready, but here we go. The Great American Bash happened in 1986. So we're wrestling fans on here. We were just talking about Pro Wrestling Nintendo. The NWA at this current time is the Great American Bash in 1986. Ric Flair versus Dusty Rhodes. These guys have been fighting over 2 years. prior to the Great American Bash, and Dusty Rhodes never could beat Ric Flair because, of course, the Four Horsemen were always coming in and fucking shit up. So they had a rivalry going on for several years, and this was a cage match title defense at the Great American Bash. They did a cage match so the Four Horsemen would not enter, and lo and behold, in this cage match, my man, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, finally won the title in the NWA. It's actually the only time that he actually won the world title. Actually, he had United States title quite often, but he never actually won the world title. But he did win it this time. I did not see the Great American Bash, but I heard about it, of course, after it was done. Dusty Rhodes is a legend, man. It's unfortunately gone too soon, but got to give it up, man. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Great American Bash. I know we got to talk about wrestling a lot. So, what are your thoughts about Dusty Rhodes winning it from the Nature Boy Ric Flair?
I think Dusty Rhodes is probably one of the best talkers in the game, behind
definitely
Ric Flair.
promos. Yes.
Let me tell you, Tony.
Telly Schiavone was his name.
Telly Schiavone.
Let me tell you something, Telly Schiavone. I'm rolling with kings and queens. He had the list. I got the list, and I roll with kings and queens and dines with pork and beans. Go ahead, Felix. I'm sorry.
No, I just think he's one of the best people to cut promos in wrestling of all time. I think he's
absolutely.
I think he was a genuine dude. It's funny though because I was watching the wrestling behind the ring or whatever.
Yeah,
on his family outside the ring, and everybody loved Dusty Rhodes, man. When he died, it was like thousands of people at his funeral, He made a big impression on fans and wrestlers alike, So I'm glad he actually got the title. I think him beating Ric Flair was like the candle on top of the cake, the icing on the cake, or whatever for him. And I love him, man. I love Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes was great.
Yeah,
he was definitely one of my favorite wrestlers.
Oh yeah, Dusty was the shit. You know what I mean? He hit you with
the bionic elbow.
Yeah,
he was good, man.
Yeah, he was. So, yeah, I'm with you though, Corey. Sad to say, I can't say like I watched this Great American Bash, but I mean, this is a iconic event. So this is the first one because it kept going on through the years. I've seen some of the later ones, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm,
but this is an inaugural, so it set them up. In NWA, excuse me, they were still, I don't say the little step cousin, step brother, but step sister, whatever you want to call it, but to the WWF at this time. But NWA was a lot more regional, I believe. So
at this time,
so this was like a big step up, and of course, Ric Flair.
Woo! Yeah, man. The Nature Boy.
I watched this 30 for 30 the other day. I was like, this dude was wilding, He been wilding all his life.
Man, I'm surprised he's still alive. Some of the stuff he was doing.
Yeah,
I mean, some of the stories
he ain't got 36 kids out there neither,
Yeah, he probably got when he said he had a car full of women outside waiting for him.
I was about to say he probably got 36 kids. They just don't.
Yeah, for real.
You don't think he got 30 kids? That boy was wild.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Ric Flair is definitely. I mean, look, that's why you had two guys that were great on the mic. So they could give so much amp to this story before the match even happened, and then they were great in the ring. So you were getting like the best of both worlds. And Dusty Rhodes wasn't look at the guy. I mean, he's chubby, he's not athletic, but he is in that ring though. He's fantastic. And everybody know Ric Flair promos, man. Pinky ring wearing, diamond ring wearing, Rolex wearing. Styling and profiling. In order to be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Yeah, he got all the lines, yo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what they say about Space Mountain? It might be the oldest ride in the park, but it always got the longest line. Baby.
Line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yes. That's right. Oh man. So let's go. Songs of 1986, and we're not going to talk about the songs in 1986 because there's too many for this one artist. So we're going to talk about the Janet Jackson Control album. All of these singles on this album we were top 5 and above. That's crazy. And she dropped mad singles. I'm going to read some of them. What Have You Done For Me Lately? Nasty.
Banger.
When I Think of You.
Banger.
Control.
Banger.
Let's Wait a While. Pleasure Principle.
Banger.
This album is a banger, and all of these singles were top 5 and above in the year 1986 alone. Yo, come on, yo. She went from Penny on Good Times to this woman that we see right here, Miss Jackson. If You're Nasty, man, come on, tell me about it, man. Phenom, what are your thoughts on Miss Jackson?
I'm looking at the track listing. Golly, funny how time flies when you're having fun. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This album,
incredible album.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I have
Incredible.
a favorite cut off this album.
I mean, there's some really good ones. I mean, Control, What Have You Done For Me Lately, Nasty, Let's Wait a While, Pleasure Prince. I mean, this is a lot of good stuff.
I like that one. But
I like the video. I just watched the video.
I think if I had to pick, I'd probably do.
I know it's hard, man.
I don't know. I might do.
Hard too.
I like Nasty. I mean, but Control. It'll probably be Control, just because Control is just that hit.
The video is very iconic.
Yeah. Got to take control.
Yeah, it was Control was big. Control was big.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, but What Have You Done For Me Lately is a funny ass song. This shit. Every time I hear this song, I think about Eddie Murphy though.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I used to do shit for me, but what have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately? Come on, yo. I mean,
yeah, it's crazy, yo. But it's funny because I don't know if it's true or not, but I want to say it's true. Is the main guy in the What Have You Done For Me Lately video? He was like you've seen him. He was in all the videos in the 80s. He actually came out as a woman. Like he lived his life as a woman after the 80s, yo. And when I saw him, I was like, damn, yo, man. He was like the heartthrob in all the videos, like clean skin and dark skin. You seen him. But
I watched the video again to know who you're referring to, but
I
haven't seen that video in a long time.
But no, this album is godly. You just jogged my memory how dope this album was, yo.
It's definitely a great album, and shout out to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, baby. They put it together, super producers. The motherfuckers put together a hit on this one, so they always, they definitely super producers. You know what I mean? They've been doing it for a long time. Made a lot of.
They actually did for a long time because they were so good on this album that she got them for the following album, which was Rhythm Nation. I think she got him for that album for Rhythm Nation as well. I mean, you got to give it up, man. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, fucking geniuses, man. And this is just, it works.
Yeah.
I mean, Janet and Jimmy Jam, when she said in the song, I didn't even know if she was talking about Jimmy Jam when she did that in the song, though. But it's a great album. Great album.
Dog, I got to give Ollie some props on it because when he brought up Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, yo, dog, they responsible for a lot of top number ones, yo. Like Janet Jackson shit. I'm Only Human, the Human League, the slow shit.
They did that?
They did that.
I didn't know they did that song, but that's definitely
You Remind Me by Usher. Didn't know that either.
Yeah. Oh, damn, I didn't know that either.
So those are ones that we would go off the bat, yo. But he worked with George Michael, Karen White, Boys II Men. Yeah.
I remember Karen White.
With everybody.
Yeah. Well, let's get to some other songs that were big hits, and I'm going to go off the number one song that was the big hit in 1986, starting at the top left. Dionne Warwick and All Her Friends, number one song in 1986. That's What Friends Are For. The number two song at the bottom left, On My Own by Patti LaBelle and Mr. Blue-Eyed Soul himself, Michael McDonald. Yo, and a lot of people don't know, but I'm going to give you some background. This duet was originally a solo, but Patti felt that the song be better as a duet, and she reached out to Michael McDonald, and they sung this separately in two separate studios. But the song is so good, you can't even tell. The song is just that damn good. And wouldn't you believe it, the number 7 song in 1986 was Eddie Murphy, Party All the Time, written and produced by my man Rick James himself.
We got a reaction to that on the channel. Check it out.
Eddie Murphy is killing it. He doing the Golden Child and got a top 10 record. Come on. And last but not least, Ronald Palmer, Addicted to Love. So this is his signature song. And really, I think it's probably in part because of the video, because he has all those high fashion models in it
with the red lipstick. So, this is the only song I ever know. He probably got mad hits. This is the only one I know.
This is his most popular one.
Yeah.
Because they just in the video just doing this the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time. Yeah.
They ain't doing nothing else. So
I mean, it's a good list right here. I mean, I know it's not a list. I mean, it's some good songs. Of course, Eddie Murphy, like said, reactions on the video. Really, it's just a Rick James song with Eddie Murphy covering it. But it's a fire ass song. Rick James knows how to make a hit. Knew how to make a hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it's a hit on the motherfucking record or if it's the 5 fingers say to the face, slap. That motherfucker know what he was doing. And of course, I forgot all about that Dionne Warwick song. That's what friends are for.
It was the #1 song in 1986.
The bad times. No,
it's a great song. Yeah, with Gladys Knight, Stevie Wonder, and Elton John.
Elton John, I believe, is on it. Yeah.
But it's funny. Have y'all heard Rod Stewart and some friends made the song before? Have you heard that version of it?
What, before?
Rod Stewart?
That's what friends are for.
No, that's just whack.
I couldn't imagine Rod Stewart.
I never heard that shit.
I couldn't even imagine Rod Stewart singing that shit. You talking about big hair Rod Stewart?
Yeah, big hair Rod Stewart, yo.
Like big hair Rod Stewart. Like, I couldn't imagine that.
You do with my body and you think I'm sexy, yo. Rod Stewart.
Great day. Well, there is one song that I did want to talk about, which I think it didn't hit as big as this song, but I think it made a cultural impact. And that song is right here. Walk This Way by Run DMC and Aerosmith. This song right here was a smash hit that catapulted Run DMC to be the first hip hop group to go multi-platinum. Also, it also made Run DMC the first hip hop act to have their music video broadcasted on MTV. None of this had ever happened before. They are the first. You got to get up for Run DMC. And this song, Walk This Way with Aerosmith, was like the perfect blend of hip hop and rock. And it really cemented Run DMC. We already knew who Run DMC was, but the nation really is like, oh shit, this is dope. So I really want to give a shout out to Run DMC here for this song. I think it's a fantastic song, man. Love the video. Probably one of the best videos in the 80s. One of the best videos in the 80s, I would say, is Walk This Way.
Yeah, the whole thing when they bust through the wall and shit. That shit was fire.
That's great because they're like separating each other, and they're breaking the wall down to blend each other's music. And great video.
I mean, I think it was smart on Run DMC because essentially this is basically Aerosmith's song, and Run DMC put their verses on it and put it on their album, but it worked. You know what I'm saying? Because this song was Aerosmith's songs back in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? So same guitar riff, all that stuff. But I'm glad they were good sports about being like pushing hip hop forward. I don't think Aerosmith gets enough credit for doing that because you didn't really see rock and rap.
Yeah, you know and they didn't have to do it.
People were shitting on rap back then. They didn't really think it was going to last. And guess what?
Yeah,
that's it.
And it's definitely shout out to them for doing that. But I don't know because from my understanding, I think Aerosmith was on the decline. This helped Aerosmith out a lot as well. It just definitely brought him back. You know what I mean?
No, they've been out because you got to think in 1998 they had one of the biggest songs ever. I think.
Yeah, but we're talking about 86, brother.
But what I'm saying is Aerosmith been consistent for decades.
Yeah, but there's still on the way down. It's the down. It still could be a down time, and you get a hit to bring you back. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? Like,
I can't speak on that because I don't really know Aerosmith's catalog like that.
But
I just know that this song came out in the 70s.
Like it helped them come back. Like, you know what I mean? It sparked a comeback on them. But
I know this song came out in the 70s because I did my research on it, and it didn't chart that well. But it really charted way better with this one.
I believe just the band themselves, like were it wasn't like they was in the trash, garbage, but you know what I mean? It won't like it was hit after hit after hit. You know what I mean? And this was like boom, like boosted them right back up. But anyway,
you made I mean, Angel's saying it too. So I mean, Angel thinks so too. I mean, I can see you guys' points. I think Aerosmith is definitely there. And sometimes they needed this song probably boosted them into another level.
And I'm not even trying to disagree with it. I mean, shout out to them for definitely like coming, like agreeing to do the shit or what have you. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I just, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get Run DMC get some credit too, because they motherfucking dropped some hit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And then dropped the hit with this. Yeah, Raising Hell was one of the best albums ever. And this was a song, and this joint just went, you know, bananas. You know what I mean? Why this way? Top this way. And just give me a little bit.
I mean, great. The emerging of hip hop and rock. I mean, it can't get much better than this. This is this started it all, man. All these kind of, you know, from Limp Bizkit to I mean, too many to even name. Papa Roach. I mean, all those type of bands that came out with this rock rap type style. I mean, it started here. You know, they grew up listening to this, or you know. So, shout out to Run DMC and Aerosmith for even doing this, man. For real, for real.
Yeah.
But since we in 1986, we can't talk about 1986 without talking about cartoons. I mean, that's life. Cartoons was out, and a cartoon that came out in 1986, Ghostbusters. This started out in 1986, ran for 5 seasons. Not a whole lot to say about it. Look, it's based off the movie. I mean, that's pretty much the concept of it. But I watched it, really did love it. Another thing that came out at night, and we'll go back through this, but I'm just going to go really quick. Another cartoon that came out in 1986. It only ran for 1 season though. Silverhawks. And actually, this was created to be a space-based version of the Thundercats. So they were trying to do the Thundercats in space, but it just didn't quite work. So it only ran for 1 season. But I will admit the animation style on this was pretty damn cool. And I did have a couple of action figures as a kid growing up. And I actually did watch it and actually liked it. The Care Bears
love you.
You said what?
Your parents ain't love you. They bought you Silverhawk. Motherfucking action figures.
I asked for it, actually. I asked for the guy in the middle.
You didn't love yourself then, brother. Like, let's put Corey on.
Seeing those Silverhawk toys. Yo.
It was only one
like they had toys.
Look, I'm just putting out what came out in 1986. It was only out 1 year.
Yeah, I remember it, but you can't tell me. I wouldn't know anything about nothing with this. Like it's like I remember.
That's why it was out 1 year. Yeah. The concept that they were trying to do Thundercats in space, and that's why it didn't work because you had the Thundercats. So you didn't need to watch the Thundercats in space. You know, it's like, what's the purpose? Also, it came out in 1986. Man, the Care Bears. Unfortunately, this ran for 1 season in 1986. And look, the Care Bears.
This was only for 1 season?
I was about to say, because I remember watching this for a minute, it seems like.
Okay, I'm glad you guys brought that up. It ran for 1 season, but then it got picked up and they ran kind of syndication episodes. And this is the funny thing that I also found out. 1 season of episodes that they considered for this show, 1 season episode, almost like 50 episodes. But I don't know. For some reason, they considered it 1 season. So it looks like it ran multiple seasons, but it was just 1 season. But they ran more episodes after the season. So there was like syndication episodes that ran, if that's not really using the right terminology, though.
Yeah, actually, come on, their stomach.
Yeah, Care Bears care. And they used to squeeze out their stomach. Care Bear cousins and all that kind of stuff. So they was in Care-a-Lot. So that's the thing. The Care Bears lived in a faraway place in the clouds called Care-a-Lot, and they had the Care Bear cousins, and they would go around the world spreading love and care. That was the whole concept. Look, we kind of ran through this. We're into these cartoons. So, Ali, you said you definitely watched the Care Bears. I'm sure you guys watched Ghostbusters. What are your thoughts on these few cartoons here?
I mean, if this is 86 has some trash cartoons, B.
Ghostbusters too?
Ghostbusters was good, but compared to the other years we've been doing, 86 won't hit no nothing.
Yeah, 86 didn't do a good job with Saturday morning cartoons because the ones in 85 are still running.
Yeah,
Smurfs, Chipmunks.
The new ones, the newbies ain't. This rookie class ain't work out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, only ones had staying power, and that's this one right here. Ghostbusters stayed for 5 years. So
I mean, the cartoons was whack, y'all.
Yeah. This, and I'm sorry, I said Saturday morning cartoons. These were weekday cartoons
Yeah,
that came out during the
we
week.
came out from school.
Yeah. So these were weekday cartoons. Saturday morning cartoons that came out. Let's check it out here. This is the one that started in
Actually, I fuck
1986.
with this one though.
Yeah, this was a cartoon that came out in 1986.
This the menace. Yeah.
This show ran for 3 years. And it's the same thing. Dennis and his friends get into, I'm going to say that word again, hijinks all the time. And he's driving Mr. Wilson's life hell. But this was a great cartoon. I watched this quite a bit.
Because it's funny,
for 3 years.
Because I used to read the comic book on this. Like I had a bunch of Disney Menace comic books before like the show came out. So once the cartoon, I didn't even consider this a Saturday because I used to watch this before school. I remember this shit used to come on before school. It was probably like syndication, but that's when I watched it. I don't even remember watching this on Saturdays. It was just.
It was not this. Well, yes, it was a Saturday morning cartoon ran for 3 years, but it probably did get picked up to run during the week. But it initially started off as a Saturday morning cartoon.
Because it went from Dennis the Menace to Denver the Last Dinosaur.
Denver the Last Dinosaur. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they had no in the morning. I used to watch that boom back to back, and then head to the bus stop when I was a kid.
Yep. Another cartoon that came out in 1986, started in 1986, the Flintstone Kids, that came on ABC. It's pretty simple. It's the Flintstones as kids. I did watch it. It only ran for 2 seasons, though. Another cartoon that came out in 1986, Teen Wolf, came out in 1986, ran for 2 seasons. It's basically a spinoff from the movie. Ain't really nothing to it. And I am sorry, guys. I forgot to put this slide up. But the one I wanted to talk about the most was Pee-wee's Playhouse, premiered in 1986. Ran for 5 years. Whoops, sorry, hit the wrong one. Ran for 5 years, and it was great. It was an educational yet entertaining, artistic show for kids. Absolutely loved it. Out of all of these cartoons that started in 1986, Pee-wee Herman's Playhouse is the one that sticks out to me, man. Love that show. What about you guys?
Yeah, it was good, yo. Loved it.
You didn't like Pee-wee's Playhouse?
No, it was iconic, yo. Me and my sisters watch it all the time. Like we had it on beta. That's how old it was, yo.
Really?
We had a Betamax. We had a little short, truncated.
Yeah. That's wild.
Playhouse.
Yeah, Pee-wee's Playhouse is definitely like a classic. You know what I mean? Had everybody, Larry Fishburne up in there, of course. Everybody knows. And I mean, Pee-wee's he was just out there. So when you was a kid, you saw that. It was like, oh shit! Like he was just different. He was definitely different than anything else that was on TV at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was just out there. So kids just gravitated to him, man.
I did some research, and it was clearly because of the movie Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and the network came to him and asked him, like they wanted to do a show. And he almost had like creative control over how he wanted to do it, because they asked him, what is it that you want to do? Because at first they were pitching a cartoon to him, like a Pee-wee Herman cartoon, and he was like, no, I want to do this version of the show, which was probably the smartest thing he could have ever done, because it was a great show. It was a really great show. It really was. Yeah. So before we get into more shows, we're going to talk about 2 sporting events that happened.
And real quick, Corey. First off, of course, we're going to do an RIP to Paul Rubin.
Oh, that's right.
Pee-wee himself, right. You know what I mean? And also, I forgot about this. Karen, remind me. Phil Hartman was Jambi, the motherfucking wizard motherfucker. Like, from SNL, you know what I mean?
He was the genie.
Jumping. Yeah, R.I.P. him. I was like, oh shit, he was. Like, you know what I mean? That's crazy.
God, that's right.
Yeah,
wow.
R.I.P.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Yeah.
Chicago Cubs.
Yeah,
so
just,
wow.
Pick your wives carefully out here, folks.
Yeah, man.
Pick your wives. I'm sorry.
He got killed by his wife, yo.
Oh, damn. I forgot. I'm sorry. Sorry, Phil Hartman. My bad. Damn. But yeah. I bet
I should be the one saying sorry for that bad joke, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. Bye bye.
Mecca Lecca High.
I didn't say it. That was what I was saying.
Mecca Lecca High. Mecca Honey Ho.
Yo,
Man, that was the
right.
best
That's
thing.
definitely a throwback right there.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And when she put it up, I know how to say it phonetically, yo. As soon as she put it up, I know how to say it right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, yo. Exactly,
See where
yo.
Karen from. She got the foreign language. She bilingual.
Yeah.
So one big thing that happened in 1986, Mike Tyson, I didn't put this up, but just to let you guys know, Mike Tyson won the heavyweight championship on November 22nd, 1986, becoming the youngest boxer ever to win in history. So that happened in 1986, and that's a
Check out his
pretty significant.
best knockouts on the channel. We did a reaction to it. He was a bad man.
Who was that? Trevor Burbick? That was
Trevor Burbick.
right?
That's right. Winning the WBC heavyweight championship. That's correct.
Yeah,
that was a hell of a knockout too.
Yeah, he was on one back then.
Whoa, he was crazy. And the Celtics won the NBA championship. So and the Chicago Bears won the Super Bowl.
Larry Legend and
Larry
the
Legend.
Sweetness.
Karen said, "Do Mike Tyson for us." I have done Mike Tyson in the past.
Hold on, y'all. Brace myself.
Well, you let me get some water here. Hold on. Well, Karen, it's like, I'm just saying, I won the title. It's ridiculous how everybody is saying, how I'd like to do it, and Robin, she liked the title and everything, but, I won the title with Trevor Burbick. It was ludicrous when I hit him in the stomach, but it's okay, so, I just do what I do, There you go, Karen.
Oh, Corey, you stupid as shit, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, man. So another crazy show.
Since we're on sports real quick, I just want to
go ahead.
One other shout out, man. If y'all can ever watch a joint on this, Madonna won the World Cup. Like he was the motherfucking man or something. Yeah. I don't know if you ever see like the specials about him.
I did. I watched the HBO joint on him.
I ain't know act like I'm some kind of soccer fan or whatever, but he was wild. Like he was crazy, he was definitely crazy. And he came back old as fuck.
R.I.P. to him, yo.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Madonna, yo.
Yeah. One more fact that Greg LeMond became the first. LeMond became the first American to wear the Tour de France.
Yeah.
So
I remember
thought I thought it out there. Just for grins and giggles. But another great thing that happened in 1986 was some TV shows, and one
I'm ready to get into
great
this.
TV show is ALF. Came out in 1986. The acronym is ALF for Alien Life Form. And it's the premise of this show is he's an alien that was tracking this radio signal to Earth, lands in the garage, crash lands in the garage, and then he lives his life with this suburban middle class family in California. That's pretty much the show. That's the concept of the show. It was a decent show. I loved it. He had a lot of jokes, a lot of wisecracks. Gordon Shumway was his name. And they wound up having a cartoon that came out on Saturday mornings a year later. But ALF was a really big show that came out started in 1986.
Alf always tried to eat the cat.
Yeah, he definitely. We had to just gloss over Alf. We fucking did.
Well, I was going to go back to Alf. But go ahead. We can talk about it.
Alf was fucking fire, yo. I don't even know about the cartoon. Like I kind of remember the cartoon, but I don't.
Nothing. It was
Alf was eating on Snarf. What did he used to say, yo?
A Snorflack or something?
Some shit. Yeah.
Whatever the cat was supposed to be called.
He was always trying to eat the cat, yo.
Always
trying to eat the cat.
He used to have that line. I'll kill me.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I used to like Alf, man. Alf was good times, especially as a little
Did y'all
kid,
ever see the cut, the outtakes where Alf was cussing?
No.
That
would be funny though. Yeah,
you have to YouTube because it was like behind the scenes and he was cussing out the production staff and all that stuff, yo.
Oh, all right, yeah, we gotta.
It's funny seeing Alf cuss in the costume, yo.
Yeah. Like it was like outtakes of it, like comedy type cussing
woke
or
comedy. He was mad for real.
what?
In the Alf suit, yo. YouTube that shit.
Oh.
Alf cursing. You'll see it, yo.
Wow, that's funny. That's funny. Oh wow, I gotta check that out. Well, another show that started in 1986. There we go, Golden Girls. So I'm sorry, actually, Golden Girls started in 1985, but 1986 was its highest rated year. Like everybody got on Golden Girls, and the show ran for a long time. It ran for 7 seasons. Won plenty of primetime Emmy Awards and Golden Globes. And who doesn't know Blanche, Rose, Dorothy, and Sophia? I guess the question is, and we've all talked about this on the channel before, which one would you go after? I said, Rose. Who did you say, Phoenix? Forget.
I said, I'll probably go after Dorothy, yo.
Dorothy the tall chick?
Because, yo, like I told you before, if you go back and look at all the episodes, Dorothy caught the most bodies, yo. So she probably knows what she's doing, yo.
See, I would go after Rose because there's something about them Betty White eyes back there. I'm like, I don't know, yo, Betty White, little baby, get a little freaky in her.
Yeah, Corey guy. If you got the Betty White, Phenom got his WNBA fetish going on.
Amazonian.
I know. I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna go with Blanche or the hot one, yo.
I think Blanche was all talk, yo.
It don't matter, yo. You ask who I'm going with, yo. I think
Blanche was just all talk.
Yo, I ain't to go with the Charles Oakley of the crew, yo. You know what I mean?
You want to have a good time or not, yo?
I definitely.
And I didn't talk about her looks, yo. Because I mean, she was
a
attractive woman for her age, but she had the voice like she was.
I'm not going with Dorothy.
Venus. That shit was like deep and nasally. Venus, what are you talking about? Yeah.
I'm not going with Dorothy, yo.
She's like Blanche, Rose. We're going.
There you go, Chicago Cubs. Yeah, Betty White, yo. Yeah, I can't go with because her hands are gonna crush your head, yo. You just put her hands around your head. I don't know. I'm Betty White all the way. Betty White all the way.
When y'all get to the little foreplaying, you know, she don't put that big hand. So be like, oh damn, I look like a little guy.
Betty White. I'm telling y'all, man. Fingers, Betty White. She looked like she'll cook you a meal and everything. I'm telling y'all be sleeping on Betty White, yo.
But it ain't her looks, though. She is just too. I mean, could you really just talk to Rose for more than 30 minutes?
I would be like, look, it's just I could because she's
I mean, what are we talking about? Are y'all talking about relationship shit or you talking about a good time shit? Because that's good
times, but either. I mean,
it was a good time. I mean, Blanche seems like, you know, she's good to hang out with. Dorothy's smart. I'm a nerd, so me and her could probably watch Jeopardy or some shit or Wheel of Fortune together or some shit.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is like, and you know, Sophia, you know, I could sit there and talk to Sophia all day. Like I'm pretty sure her regale me with tales of yesteryear from Sicily, yo. You know what I'm saying? It depends what you in the mood for, yo.
All your fetishes coming out from WNBA to motherfucking GILF. Grandmas I like to fiddle with.
It might be good GILF. Great grandmas I like to fiddle with.
Good GILF.
Grandmas I like to fiddle with. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
And they go, but the one good thing, I mean, Golden Girls, if nothing else, they gave the most classic theme song ever, yo. Yeah. Thank you for being a friend.
Absolutely. Everybody knows that theme song.
Yeah, so it was
what is it? My heart is true. You're a friend and a confidant. Doom, doom, doom.
And if you do a party, and the body, everyone you knew.
Do.
You
could be
the card attached.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yeah, I love that shit, yo. Yeah, that should have been a top. That should have been a Billboard top charter right there. Everybody know that shit.
Yeah,
definitely. That song's iconic.
You know, we were singing the theme song to their theme song, but there were 2 theme songs that I knew as well. And their show came on back to back in 1986. Amen and 227. Come on, man. And this show starred two people from the Jeffersons.
Yep.
So let's get to it. Came back to back on NBC. Amen, starring Sherman Hemsley. He is a deacon. And this show is just about church folk, just regular folk. That's really what it just look for real.
Yeah.
Church folk is just regular folk. And 227 starring Marla Gibbs, also from the Jeffersons, and a young Regina King and Jack Hay.
Yeah.
This
Jack
show
Hay.
is I love this show, man. This show is about a basically black middle class, living in an apartment building 227. So
And
this was
DC,
really a great show, man.
Dr. City, yo. Yeah.
I love this show, man. Both theme songs I know very well. Amen got that.
Amen.
Not how the song go, dog. Give him
Shine
the
on me.
light.
Oh, that's
No. Shine
Shine
on
on
me.
me. I fucked
Shine
up.
on me.
Shine on
Yeah,
me.
that's the one.
Shine on me.
And the lady starts going off on it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's great.
I had
And
to lie. I said-
227.
Oh, well, you want to do?
I'm not doing 227. I'm just saying 227 had a great theme song as well.
Like with Amen, I can't lie. I've seen a lot of episodes of Amen. I don't even know why I've seen a lot of episodes. I don't like Amen. I didn't like Amen at all, yo. Like the daughter got on my nerves.
The daughter got
I didn't
on my
like the-
nerves.
I didn't
Oh,
like
She
the
was
pastor.
spoiled, y'all. Her daddy spoiled her, yo.
But I'm just saying, I mean, you can still be spoiled. Like Hillary was spoiled. She didn't get on my nerves. Like the daughter, I just didn't like the daughter. I didn't like
She didn't act well. She
I
was
didn't
a
like
bad
the
actor.
pastor, the dude.
The deacon
Really
was
just-
my favorite. The old
Yeah, the
deacon.
dude. Yeah, the old dude. Yeah,
He
besides
had
him,
the one-liners.
yeah.
Yeah, Riley. Yeah. But
It's
you know
like,
what?
Yeah.
Y'all glossed over the fact that the daughter, she had a good career too, because she was on Amen. She was on the Wayans Brothers. And she was
Mhm.
Craig's mom in Friday, yo.
And
So
Friday,
she's been in the game for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we forget about 227 though. Come on now.
227, I mean,
227 was
I love
Jack-
that.
this is
Jack A?
classic. Yeah,
Come on, yo.
man.
Jack A
Come on,
probably had everybody, every
Mary.
man in America.
He
that
used to
took
walk
her.
in like this all the time.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, Jack A was definitely like, ooh,
Man. Come
But
on.
the
You
whole
should love
show was-
227.
yeah, the whole show was good, man. We had the old lady. What's the grandma? Calvin's grandma, Pearl, always looking out the window
Pearl.
talking that shit.
Yes, always.
Yeah,
It was a great cast. Because she
Yeah,
had
Sandra,
her
Sandra Rose is the she owned the building, I think.
oh, she
Yeah,
did.
well,
Oh,
she-
I didn't know.
Yeah.
She ended up going to be. She didn't own it.
Ended
At
up owning
first.
it.
I
She
didn't
owned
think
it
she
from the
owned it on
beginning.
season. Oh, okay. Because I was like, she
she
ain't owned
ended up
that
getting
building
it.
on
Yeah,
season
she-
one.
Yeah, she was just like the person that helped out or whatever.
Yeah. It was a
But
great
she
show.
ended
And
up-
Regina King, early on,
Mhm.
Regina King, and her career spans. She's
Decades,
still
and
doing it to this day.
decades,
Yes. I mean, she's played in more movies as a supporting actor than I could even name. I mean,
Yeah.
she's in every damn movie as a supporting actor. And she finally had a
Actress.
starring actress. Sorry. She finally had a starring role in Watchmen. And if you guys haven't seen that on HBO series, check it out.
Yeah.
It's fucking fantastic.
She's
But,
good in that.
yeah,
What was
Regina
the
King.
movie, the Western movie she did?
Harder They Fall.
Hard Day Fall. She was in that
Yep.
too.
The
Yeah,
Hard
that-
Fall.
I like
Correct.
that on Netflix. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know, which you guys already know, but if you don't know, she is the voice of Huey on the Boondocks.
Yes, sir.
So, yes, this is. I mean,
Yeah.
I was
She's
surprised to
she's
find
the
that one.
voice
out.
of both of them.
Yeah, I think she did. She might have did both
Yeah.
the brothers.
Just both the voices on them.
She did both the brothers.
Yeah.
Get out
Yeah.
of here. Okay, now, I
Can't
didn't know that.
recognize gang grandpa, and you looking real unfamiliar.
Can't recognize gang grandpa. You looking
It's like
quite
that-
unfamiliar.
Hold up, you taking the cheddar biscuits?
I did
Yo,
not
if y'all
know
ever
she
seen the
did that.
Boondocks, anybody in the chat, if you have not seen the Boondocks, you have to see it. It's one of the funniest
Yeah.
shows. It used to come on, was it Adult Swim?
Adult Swim late at night.
Late.
Yeah, late at night.
And it's just it's
Yeah.
a great show. It took a lot of pop culture moments of black pop culture and gave a good
Yeah.
take on it.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack, check it out. It's
Definitely.
Oh,
it's good stuff.
It's good
It's
stuff.
really good.
Funny
So
shit.
we had some people name this earlier. the makeout songs of 1986. Somebody named this earlier, and I didn't want to put it up early because we already had it on the list. The makeout songs of 1986: Berlin, Take My Breath Away, and Atlantic Star, Secret Lovers. That's a great song, man. For
That's
real.
what we are.
I hate that song.
It's a good song, man.
Come
Look, ain't gonna be no Atlantic Star stand on this
That's
channel.
right.
Atlantic
It's a
Star
great
got some
song.
super hits.
Look,
This
this
is
will
one
tell you
of
why
them.
I hate this. I hate that motherfucker song. You wanna know why I hate this song, yo?
Why is that? Oh,
Because my other half, this is like her favorite song, like one of her favorite songs.
Mhm.
Every time this shit come on, she starts saying, "I'm like, what the fuck you singing about? What the fuck you got going on, yo?" Hold on.
it's a whole song about creeping. You right.
How
It's a
you?
good song.
I'm like, hold
Oh my
on. Like,
God.
I'm like, yo, you singing a little too hard over there. You are singing.
It's a good song, though.
You got too much emotion in your voice, like right now. Calm that shit. Turn that shit down.
Yeah.
For real. That's it.
You know, there's a lot of songs like I think Valerie said.
Nah, I like the song. But I'm
That,
just
that was
joking.
about to say, it's just a song, man. Don't take it personal. Take the bitter with the sweet.
I'm just joking, but I ain't joking, yo. Turn that shit down.
No. So I got a question.
She didn't sing louder though. Don't get twisted. I'm like, turn that down. She was like, secret lovers.
Try so hard to hide the way we feel. Yeah, I can understand that, Ollie. She probably belting that a little too strong on those certain notes.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all a question. I'm gonna ask. This is
All right.
specifically for Ollie, yo, because I'm pretty sure Corey might know. Do you know any other Atlantic Star songs besides Secret Lovers?
Nah, I'm sure if you play
Yes,
one, I know
I
it,
do.
but
I
I
probably
don't. If
don't-
you asked me the name of the Atlantic Star song,
Didn't they do Midas Touch or something like
No,
that?
That's
No,
Midnight
shit.
Star. Yeah.
Oh.
So all right. So we definitely got to go
Another
there. 'Cause
star.
This is they got some
Atlantic
shit.
Star has a lot of songs.
Yeah,
They
I
do.
hear
I
the
just
name
can't think
all
of
the
one right
time.
now.
Like I said, I'm sure we can play them. I know them. You know.
Yeah, like "Send for Me" is probably one of my favorite.
Oh,
Atlantic songs.
yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
one.
For me, yep.
Nah,
That's
I don't
all
remember.
because
Sorry,
damn,
I
Corey,
thought I did.
you don't know shit, yo. But yeah,
I
we gotta
thought
go
you
to
would.
that.
I thought when you
Circles
said
on.
"Send for Me,"
Chicago circles go around there. You never heard that? It's like a disco.
yeah, I
You
heard
never
that. Circles go round and yeah, I heard that
Yeah.
one. Circles. Oh, they
Always.
did that too.
And Angel's like, I will love
Oh,
you so
always. Yes.
That's always
Angel,
though, Sid.
always.
You know I don't know song.
I remember
names.
that one.
Yeah.
How's it go?
So I will love you so for all.
Oh, okay. Yes, I definitely know that. Yeah.
And I will love you. So it's the guy and the girl singing at the same time.
Yeah.
So they had a lot of different female lead singers in the group because they kept leaving and shit. Then the brothers, I saw the unsung, and the brothers was beefing over a girl and started breaking up and all that shit. It was crazy. Yo.
That's how it usually happens.
Damn, that's what happens.
Unsung, yo, that's probably the best TV show on earth, yo. You go back and watch, you be like, damn, these people was banging everybody's cousins was banging wives and all that shit. Crazy.
That's what happened to what was it, Zapp and Roger or something? I maybe got the wrong one. That happened to City High. That's what happened to City High. They was both banging the same girl, but you know they was the fake Fugees anyway, though. So
yeah, what shit happened to the Fugees too?
That happened to the Fugees.
Yeah. Shit, you're right. Damn. Well, here we go, man. You know, as we do it, we're wrapping up, man. We're getting to the Babes. The Babes of 1986, man. And here we go. The Babes of 1986. Susanna Hoffs from Walk Like an Egyptian, from I think the group's called the Bangles. And Kim Basinger, she was in a movie called No Mercy, but of course, we'll probably know Kim Basinger even more so in 1989 when she shows up in Batman as
Vicky Vale.
I can't remember her name. Vicky Vale. There you go. And of course, Kim Cattrall. I got, look, Big Trouble in Little China. Oh Lord, Kim Cattrall. And Janet Jackson from the Control album, man. So, fellas, what y'all thoughts on this list, man? The Babes of 1986.
I'm going with Janet.
Yeah, it's a good list. I mean, Janet's fine.
Yeah. But no,
and shout out to the Bengals
too, yo.
Oh, Kim Cattrall, like she was held it down for a long time. You got to think from this all the way to fucking Sex in the City. Like
Mannequin. She was a
Mannequin.
Mannequin. Yeah.
Fire ass movie.
We'll talk about that in '87.
Yeah.
That's definitely coming. Great movie. Great movie in '87. Yeah.
What's her name from the bank? The bank, because I ain't know none of names.
Her name is Susanna Hoffs.
Yeah, she's cool, and we got who always shout the channel, review on the channel. You know what I mean? Definitely walk like an Egyptian. You know what I mean? We got that. We were like, oh, walk like an Egyptian.
So check that out on the channel.
Everybody was doing that shit. Everybody was doing that shit when it came out, yo. Like everybody, yo.
You know what? Everybody was doing it, but everybody wasn't doing it right, yo.
Well, I probably definitely ain't
I don't even know how to do it right. I don't know.
If you said that shit, can you do it right?
Yeah, I can, yo.
So you can't.
You don't tell me what to do, yo. I'm not doing that shit, yo. I can do it though. I
should he do it? Somebody need to tell. Like you can't say it. Put a statement like that out in the universe, yo.
Yo, I'm telling you.
And don't follow it up. Yo.
There'll be some people that can do it and some people can't do it. Yo, check out the review on the channel. You'll be able to see it, yo. But oh no, that's all. That's all come out in '86. What that's all come out? Walk like
an Egyptian. 86, if I'm not mistaken. If not, the group was really hot in '86, and she's the lead singer, so she was one of the hot babes of 1986. So that's why she's funny.
Everybody who saw the review said the same thing, yo. They kept saying her eyes, yo. It's like her eyes.
There you go, and that's it. That's it right there, man.
About '86, September '86.
Yeah, right there. That's it. Yeah, September '86. So those are the babes in 1986. Pretty good list there, man. Pretty good list. So as always, I got to go to the Mr. and Ms. in 1986, and here we go. Mike Tyson and Sigourney Weaver. The Mr. and Ms. in 1986. There was really no couple in 1986, but I got to give it up for these two. They had a banner year in 1986. Of course, I already said Mike Tyson winning the championship. So, and
look at his neck, yo. That nigga.
This dude is probably 20 years old taking this photo, yo. This dude is
he was 20,
maybe even 19 or something.
Well, was he 20 when he won a belt?
He had just turned 21.
Yeah, he was.
I'm sorry, he was 20. I'm sorry, he was 20. He was 20 when he won the belt. I'm sorry, he was 20.
Youngest dude ever to win it.
Yeah, he was 20 years old, man. It's crazy. And Sigourney Weaver is just a badass. I mean, look, Aliens was the top movie, one of the top movies of the year, and Sigourney Weaver is just a badass, man. So there you go, man.
You could have gave her a better picture, you know. You gave her a picture of motherfucker like shit
stains on it.
I mean, it's just a Mrs. Joe. You got damn shit stains on that shirt and shit. Like, come on, man. Sigourney is a pretty lady, yo. That's how you don't disrespect her like that, man. I'm sorry, Sigourney. If you see this, yo, Mrs. Weaver or Miss, I don't know, either or. I do want to just apologize, yo. I'm apologizing to you on behalf of the crew, yo. So I know you're a pretty lady. I saw True Lies.
That's Jamie Lee Curtis.
I know that's all.
Go to she was in Ghostbusters, yo. Remember she turned into the demon? She banged
she's in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Corey, you getting called out.
What? Oh, Tom Cruise and Kelly McGinnis?
No, they said we need
the hot guys too.
We did the first couple times.
We did the first couple of ones, and I did get away from it. So Karen, because you brought that up, we're gonna start doing the hot guys. Start the next one, yo. There we go. Yeah. I was reading that one. I don't understand what Corey's thinking about Howard the Duck. I don't know about it. I don't quite understand that, Chicago Cubs. Maybe I must have said something earlier referring back to
that. She corrected the date later on, but she did. This is a good point, though. Couple 86 Top Gun.
Because it's Tom Cruise and Kelly McGinnis. That is very true. The reason why I didn't pick them is because it's really more Tom Cruise is the guy, and she was just. I don't even think there was really a couple. They just made out and were they really a couple in Top Gun? That was like his. That's what I couldn't really figure out.
Like he missed a couple of things for whatever.
He did miss a couple of things. So I probably could have put them up here as honorable mention. Yeah, Tom Cruise and Kelly McGinnis, because they are on that photo together. So
I would think Ferris Bueller and Sloane were more of a couple.
Oh, that's a good one too. Oh, that's a
good one.
Kidnapped her from school so they can have a fun day, yo.
Yeah.
The way she was looking at him when he was on the float singing Donkey Shane, yo.
Yeah.
Ferris, you know?
Yeah, that's
straight up. I could go for that. I could go for that. That's no arguments there, man. No arguments there. We like to just thank. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I do want to just give a couple shout out, a couple shows that came out that premiered in '86. Perfect Strangers, yo. Balky and my boy. I don't even remember his name. What's his name? I don't know what fuck his name was.
I don't know his name.
The other guy.
The other guy, because the show was all about Balky. Balky was the man, yo. You know what I mean? That motherfucker got on a wagon, came to the States, and did his thing. A spinoff of I should say Family Matters ended up being a spinoff of Perfect Strangers. But Perfect Strangers used to be funny. Also, one of the most iconic shows ever for daytime TV started in 1986. And shit, she was in The Color Purple. Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah.
She started her talk show.
That turned into a
Chicago. From to a billionaire. You know what I mean? So Oprah started in '86. I mean, that's like a hell of a run. Like I don't even know. That's a run that has not been matched as far as any type of daytime TV. Like how
you was not lying.
Like the way she flipped that. You know what I mean? And
I'm trying to figure out.
Taking the ownership of a show and everything. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out when she turned that curve to be like a mega like talk show host. Because if you go back and look at the early Oprah, she was like Ricky Lake and Donahue and all them shits. Like she had like not real serious topics on her show. Like she was but then she's just started to rise above it with having real guests up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think she started to rise above it when the other there were so many of the other ones doing it. She had to differentiate herself.
Like Jenny Jones. I remember Jenny Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you this one show that my grandmother was over here Friday, and we were sitting on the couch watching Matlock, yo.
Yes, Matlock started in '86 too.
Matlock started in '86.
I love Matlock, yo.
Yeah, I fuck with Matlock too, yo. Matlock is good.
Yo, man, Matlock be talking to people like they stupid, yo. He be breaking at everybody. I love Matlock, yo. It's up there with Angela Lansbury, Murder, She Wrote. I love Murder, She Wrote. I love Matlock.
It's funny because I seen a joint, because I was like, yo, Matlock be helping all these people free. But then I seen a joint where he charged some people like Matlock was getting paid. Like I forgot he charged one per like it was doing a lot of money. Like he charged them like some crazy number. I was like, oh shit, I see Matlock. I guess when you winning all your cases, yo, that motherfucker ain't never lost a case. Like
never lost a case. Isn't that crazy?
Yo, you can.
He was good, man.
I could shoot motherfucking somebody in the middle of fucking Times Square, live on motherfucking YouTube, motherfucking Ring cameras. I don't know if they get we in Times Square, but you know what I'm saying. Everybody filming me. I'll be like, yo, just give me Matlock. Matlock can get you off somehow.
That's true.
You got a way to get everybody off. I'm like, yo, Matlock is the man.
Yeah, facts, yo. Super facts. Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah. Another law show that came out in '86 was LA Law.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I used to like LA Law.
LA Law. I definitely an iconic show, yo. That shit was crazy.
I never really watched LA Law.
Jimmy Schmitz was on it. Jimmy Schmitz was my guy, yo.
Yeah, Corbin Benson, yo.
Corbin Benson.
Yeah, because
Jimmy Schmitz. You ever watch
Smith.
Running Scared with Gregory Hines and Billy Crystal?
Yeah.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Came out '86, yo.
That came out in '86 too. Man.
And it has Michael McDonald. Sweet Freedom was the song in Running Scared.
That's right. Sweet Freedom. Yes, with
I
Michael
love
McDonald.
But that show definitely had Blair Underwood.
Yep.
It did.
Harry Hamlin.
Yep.
Like this song, Susan Day. Like this song had. I mean, I said the song. This show was motherfucking star packed. LA Law was good as hell, yo. And it had Corbin Burnson, and I always mess his name up, but because I know him later on in life off of Psych, yo. You know, Psych was my shit. One of my favorite shows ever.
Yeah, you talk about
Oh,
Psycho
yeah.
all the time. I never watched that.
Yeah, Psycho was what it was, yo. And then somebody just named something. I ain't fact checked you, Valerie. So I hope you ain't lying to us. Head of the Class.
Head of the Class. Yeah, I
Remember
remember that
shit?
show.
Head of the Class is be
September
funny.
17th.
That's with
Yeah.
Robin Givens is on it.
Yep,
Robin
Robin Givens. Yo, that's when
Yeah.
Mike Tyson got all fucked up.
That's when
Yeah,
his career took a nosedive.
Yeah. So, you know,
Yeah, I
Head
forgot
of the
about
Class
Head of
is
the Class.
good, yo.
A lot of good stuff, man. A lot of good stuff in 1986. And just to let you guys know, here we go, man. I done went and did it. There you go. That's the couple everybody was talking about. So
There
they
you go,
finally
yeah.
up there now. Tom
Take
Cruise
my
and I think it's
breath
Kelly
away.
McGinnis or Kelly McGillis. I can't remember, but yeah, there we go. Take my breath away.
Berlin, yo. That's a good song, yo. So I got
Yeah,
a
that was
question
on
for
that
y'all,
film.
yo. Because 1986 had one of the most tragic moments, and that was the first time I've ever seen something like this in my life, yo.
Mhm.
I was in class. We stopped to watch the Challenger go up. And
That was in
shit blew up in the
86?
air.
That was in 86. I thought that was in 88.
Yeah, that was
86,
an
yo.
You sure, man?
86. yo.
Oh shit,
1986.
that was in
The Challenger.
86.
Yeah. I remember
Oh my
like
God.
we had that shit on TV in the classroom. We
Yeah.
watched it, and that shit blew up, and our teacher cut it off. She's like, because our teacher knew what happened, but we were trying to figure
Yeah.
out what the hell happened. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it's amazing, yo, because I remember
Yeah.
like all the teachers was upset because it was a teacher, Christy McCullough.
Yeah, they had a
Like,
teacher
she was
go
even
up.
an astronaut, and
Yeah.
she blew up on that joint.
Yeah, it was the first
Yeah.
time they had a citizen go up with
Yeah.
them, so it was a big deal.
I think this was like
Golly, that was
Right,
rough.
yeah, that's
man.
86. Yeah, I do
Damn.
remember that. It's like one of them things that's burned in your head. Because you know what?
Yeah.
I remember that because I didn't go to school that day. I was sick. And
Oh my God, Ollie.
And I didn't even stay home. My mama took me to my grandma's house. I was at my grandma's house, and she ain't had. I mean, not that we really had cable anyway, but it was just like the little TV in her room, and in the news, it was just like all of the news. That's all it was.
Yeah.
All like so. I just watched Challenger shit for a damn, not shit.
You know, it was
RP off, but for like hours because I was just in the bed. I was like, yeah,
it's
it
so
was
funny
good,
that you
man.
said that you were not in school because for some reason Craig and I were not in school that day either, and we were with our mom in the living room watching it when it actually happened. And I remember us all looking at the TV like, what just happened? We couldn't understand. And it takes a minute for your mind to kind of process it.
Yeah,
and then of course, the newscasters are still trying to process and trying to figure out what's going on. And then eventually you start realizing the shit blew up. And then they start showing it in slow-mo and showing it again from different angles. It was sad, man. I remember that happening. I was not in school that day, have no idea why. But
it could have been a teacher's work day because it was January 28th, yo. But I was definitely in class.
Could have been a teacher's work day.
But I remember because they're showing like a lot of people in class because everybody had to roll out the TVs. It's like one of the days they roll out the TV. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah,
everybody watched this together. Like you be like, oh shit, no, they don't roll out the TV. No work. And then he was probably like, oh, I could imagine like being in class seeing that.
Yeah, we were just looking at the TV like stunned, like we didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, that's like, no, turn it off, cut the joint.
The teacher's like,
yeah.
Cut it.
But then there was another.
And then there's I was just about to say that was it Challenger?
Chernobyl.
Oh, the Chernobyl. Oh my God, yes.
And the thing about it is, back then we didn't really know shit about it because we was young. But when you got older and watched the HBO shit.
Oh my God. One of the best TV series out. Please watch it. Chernobyl. It's fantastic. That shit was scary.
Yeah.
We are lucky. We're lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally was man, that was a catastrophe beyond measure. We are lucky what happened at Chernobyl.
It's still radioactive out there, yo.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. Yeah. I did not know Chernobyl went down in 1986 too. It's crazy. Yeah. Great. That was a really great TV series. And it's really, I don't even want to go into it, but we all know what happened. The nuclear plant, still radiation there to this day.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I need to watch it though.
You need to watch it.
Everybody says it's good.
Yeah,
It's
I
really
think it
good.
won awards or
It
got
won a lot of
nominated.
awards. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones that all you got to do is just watch the first episode, and it's going to go like that because they do a really good job. I don't even want to spoil anything. It's really good. We were talking about Challenger. Honestly, I don't know what we were just talking about, but there was another unfortunate catastrophe that happened, not with the exiting of the space, but with the re-entry coming into the United States. I don't know what mission it was, where it was about 5 or 7 years ago, where if the shuttle was re-entering the atmosphere and one of the foams came off the space shuttle, and they didn't notify the space crew that they thought something happened underneath the plane because they thought it was going to be okay, and it wasn't. The plane re-entered the atmosphere and it blew up coming down the atmosphere. I cannot remember the name of this plane to save my life. You guys know it in the chat, but it went down over Texas. There you go, MCAP. Yes, it went down over Texas. It's crazy. So that happened later. So that was another catastrophe that NASA tried to cover up. It was pretty bad.
Yeah. 86, you know what I'm saying? That's what, like I said, we started coming into our own, being more intelligent, being more aware of our surroundings, because should be almost 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? We sitting there getting news stories and songs and movies and TV shows. Everything is starting to make sense, yo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely becomes that time period where everything starts to make sense, because we know more now at around this time of 9-10 years old, and
then Iran Contra. When that shit, and like if you straight up, if you never went back like as an adult and learned about Iran Contra, yo, you know, I always say Ronald Reagan was probably the worst president of our time, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Reaganomics, really?
Dog. Yes, absolutely, yo. So, and I think about it is, and I don't speak from like a Democrat or Republican or independent, anything. It's just fact based. I'm saying he had a whole corrupt administration, and this shit got covered up. Like Oliver North, he should have went to jail.
I already knew that's what it was gonna be, yo. Iran Contra, yo. I don't know. Fuck it. I mean, it ain't like it's hard to find me. Like that's my name, Oliver. You know what I mean? That's why it's Hollywood. But yeah,
it's everywhere, yo.
Dog, I heard so many Oliver North jokes growing up. Oliver North. I'm like, yo, man, you can't come up with nothing else. So Oliver North, for real. Like after like the first month of that shit, I was done, yo. That shit went on for years. You know what I mean? Oliver North joint, quote unquote, jokes I've heard in my life. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, that's probably
all over the damn trial on TV, motherfucker.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man. It just made me realize like how corrupt, government was, and I didn't know that as a kid because we stand up President allegiance, patriotic, all this stuff. But then you start getting older and start realizing all the fuck shit that go on in government. That shit has been like that forever. You know what I'm saying? It's not just Reagan.
It ain't changed. It
ain't changed, yo, and it's crazy, yo. It's bonkers, yo. But yeah, like I said, everything starts to come full circle, yo. And I love going back down memory lane because a lot of stuff that we do, like go back and look, going back and seeing it with adult eyes, that shit is bonkers, yo. Like even going back and watching shows, like getting the jokes and seeing like different scenarios. You know what I mean? It's just all that stuff makes sense, yo.
Yeah, absolutely. I did a couple of things. Thank you, Angel. It was Columbia. I was trying to remember the name of that shuttle that disintegrated over Texas, unfortunately. And Jack, man, we got somebody out there in England. Wow, it's 4 a.m. over there. So look, if you can make it,
appreciate you, man.
The pond. Wow, come on, yo, that's awesome. If you can make it, we really appreciate it because that's early, brother. That's early. So we really appreciate you hanging with us right now.
Beans for breakfast, yo. 4 o'clock in the morning, yo.
No, man. Yeah. Wow, 4 in the morning. Well, look, thank you guys so much. I mean, shout out to everybody: Zozo Bob, Chicago Cubs, NCAP, Jack, Karen, Angel, John, Eric. I'm missing some people because I'm scrolling
It's
up.
a whole lot. Yeah.
John,
Angel,
Valerie. I mean, just thank you guys so much. I mean, you always just keep
Chicago,
things
you know what I
going.
mean? Heart,
And if you guys are
prayers,
on right now, just hit the thumbs up button on the video so we can go higher up in the rankings so more people can join us, man, and see all the fun that we have in here reminiscing in the year, the 80s. We will be back next week. It will be the 90s, so it'll be 1996 next week.
Ooh, 96.
Yeah, it's 96. It's got some good stuff in 96, because we in college about this time. So a lot of hijinks. That's my word again. It's going to be my two favorite words right now. Hijinks.
I'll let you use hijinks for that. God damn. There's some hijinks going on.
Yeah.
Ignorant hijinks is ignorant fun, yo. How about that? That's what we're gonna put that on there, yo.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit we did. 96 was
96 was crazy.
Some were more irresponsible than others, yo. Shout out to my son Armand, yo. You know what I'm saying? 1996.
What's up?
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Well, look, thank you, everybody, man. Hit that thumbs up button. This has been great. As always, I'm Corey Roy. It's Phenom 202, Hollywood DA. Oh, man, and Cap. You're right. Man, this is one of the best jokes ever.
Oh, my gosh, yo.
I was, ever since I talked about the Foreman Grill, and I was like, I'm going to make some, and I wanted to say paninis, but I was saying, I'm going to make some punanis on that Foreman Grill.
Oh,
you're right, man. Look,
okay. That's how we signing off every week now. Time for some punanis.
Yeah, time for some punanis. There you go. Thank you guys so much, man. This has been great as always, man. This is funny, man. This is so good.
Punani for everybody. Wait, what came out? Oprah came out. Punani for you. Punani for you. Punani for you. Everybody gets punani. No, let me stop.
Oh man, it's classic. Oh man, well there you go. We're going to end this live stream finally. See you guys next week. Thank you guys so much. As always, it's been great. Peace out, y'all.
Yep.
All right, peace. That's funny.